How's it going, everybody? It's Ryan back here doing another video. It's New Year's Day. Hope everybody's having a good holidays. Hope everyone had a good New Year's Eve. And we're gonna do a New Year's tradition dish. We're gonna do black-eyed peas, slow cooked. This is an easy recipe. It's there's not a lot of ingredients, but the beauty of it is you just once you prep everything, chop everything up, throw it in a crock pot, and just let it cook for a few hours, and your dish is done. So we're actually using it as a side dish because Kathy is doing a lechon roll, a Filipino style lechon roll. So stay tuned for that recipe. Check that out. It's really awesome. It's gonna be an excellent dinner that we're gonna have tonight. So it's morning time. We're getting ready to prep different things. I'm just gonna show you the ingredients for the black-eyed peas. Of course, you're gonna need black-eyed peas. I soaked these overnight. It was about a 1 pound bag. The whites in there, this is actually limas. I like to do a little contrast of different kinds of beans, so it's not just black-eyed peas. You can do it just black-eyed peas. 1 pound of black-eyed peas will work with this recipe. You don't have to do the limas. I like to throw them in there, so there's a couple different kinds of contrast of beans in there. So just that's your choice. And then the other ingredients are we got ham hocks. These are smoked ham hocks. They come in a pack of 3, so that's all they sell at my store. So if you want to do it as a side dish, I would recommend just using just one, just to flavor the black-eyed peas throughout. If you want to do it like more meaty and at more of like a meal and serve it over rice, then you could do 2. I'm only doing 1 because we have a lot of other food that we're cooking. And the other 2 I'm just gonna freeze and just save for another day to do another recipe. So I'm just gonna use 1 there. 1 container of chicken stock. I'm using low sodium chicken stock so we can control our own salt. I've got a couple cloves of garlic. I've got 3 bay leaves, some kosher salt, black pepper, dried oregano, cumin, and ground fennel. Let's see, and then we also have, this was 1 small red pepper, 1 ripe vine ripe tomato, and 1 onion. That looks like a lot, but it was actually just 1 onion. So, and that's everything. So the most time consuming part is just prepping these ingredients. Once they're ready, they can all just go in over the black-eyed peas, and you just start up your crock pot. So that's it, super easy. This is an extremely flavorful dish. I got my crock pot on. So like I said before, these were rinsed. I soaked them overnight and then I rinsed them and then just put them in the crock pot. So we're gonna go ahead and add everything. So I'm just gonna actually dump this all in there. So it looks like a lot, but it's gonna cook down, so don't worry. You just gotta have a little bit of room in the middle so I can put ham hock. So I rinsed this ham hock, get that nestled in there. All right. Bay leaves, cha-ching, garlic, a little bit more on there. Chicken stock. You can use whatever one you want. If you want to do a vegetarian version of this, obviously you wouldn't have the ham hock, but you can just use vegetarian broth. I would add a couple more bouillon cubes just for flavor. Or what's even better, if you're a vegetarian, you could do the vegetable bouillon cubes or vegetable broth, but then make it like Creole style. I'll actually do a recipe for my Creole style because I make a really good Creole version of black-eyed peas. So which would also be vegetarian. So that's what you could do. And also if you don't want pork, you can use the smoked turkey. Smoked turkey parts would be fine. Okay, so let's get the rest of this stuff in here. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit of salt. Not a ton. We can add more later. You can't take it out, you can add it. So we'll start with that. Oregano. Gonna do about a tablespoon of each one. Cumin. trying to do this one hand. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. My camera person is sleeping in, so I don't want to bug her. I'll let Kathy sleep in. So we were up late last night partying. So hope everybody else had a good New Year. What am I missing? Some ground final. Ground final seems kind of unusual, but it adds a good little earthy flavor with your with cumin. I like the flavors in there. Okay, that's it. So the only other thing is, once you added your chicken broth, you can just add some water. You want to get it mostly submerged. The vegetables don't have to be completely submerged because they'll cook down, but you want to at least have it over the line of the beans. So let's see here. All right. So, and then as far as cooking goes, I'm gonna do it on high for 2 hours, and then I'm gonna do it on low for 2 hours, and then just check to see where we're at. What's gonna happen with the ham hock is all that beautiful meat around the bone is just gonna render down, and it's gonna make this like luxurious brown gravy. Also want to add that you don't have to put the tomato in there if you don't want. A lot of people are kind of conflicting on whether they want tomato or not. Southern dishes sometimes use them, sometimes don't. I like it. I like the balance that the tomatoes with interacting with the rendered ham hock makes a brownish red, like beautiful gravy. So, but you can omit that if you don't want the tomatoes in there. So that's about it. So this dish is done. All you need now is just to sit back, relax, and just smell how amazing your house smells in a few hours. So a couple hours on high, a couple hours on low, and then just check it for seasonings and go from there. So it'll naturally thicken up, so you don't have to add cornstarch or anything like that. It'll make its own gravy, so it'll be like a brownish red when it's done. So that's it. So one dish out of the way, and stick around to see Kathy's lechon roll. So we'll be posting these at the same time, and have a great New Year's. Okay guys, so this was 4 hours. The black eyed peas cooked for 4 hours, 2 hours on high, 2 hours on low. Look how beautiful that is. Nice and rich colored. It's thickened up nicely. It's got a nice natural gravy from the ham hock. So some of the meat actually broke off, which is nice. You can see little pieces of meat in there, which is, it's all flavor. So I'm gonna put a little bit in this little dish here so we can sample it. I'm not doing a big plating presentation right now. When we're finished the lechon roll video, which should be done in about an hour or so, we'll do one large presentation of the whole dinner that we did. So I'm just gonna dive in right now. My mouth is watering. The whole house smells so amazing. Moment of truth. It's so like flavorful and just bursting with all the different flavors and spices. It's not overly done, it's not overly salty. It's just exactly what we were wanting. Take one more bite. Wow, I could eat this over a plate of rice and just have this as dinner. It is that good. It is so rich and flavorful. One bite for the camera person. There you go, sweetie.
Very good.
Like it?
Love it.
Okay. So that is our crock pot black eyed peas with limas, and stick around and check out the lechon roll that we're going to be posting along with this in about an hour. So we'll see you in a little bit. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next video.